It's the podcast that's taking the hobbits to Isengard and the elves to IKEA. It's Power Word Roll.
Salutations and welcome to this special Christmassy episode of Power Word Roll. I'm Conrad Leeton Gray, and today I will be playing Dr. Diggory Gainsborough as a player character for the first time. I'm here with Naomi.
Hello.
Who is playing
Ayun.
I am here with Annie.
Hello.
Who is playing
Kia.
I'm here with Henry.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Who is playing
Merry Christmas, everyone. Greg.
And I am here with
Fiona, yeah. Me, Fiona, and I'm playing everyone else. Hooray!
Hooray!
From
responsibility.
I'm from What Am I Rolling?
Yeah.
Fiona is best friend of the podcast, and she's very kindly come and agreed to DM for us so we can all play and have a Christmas together. And she's wearing an excellent elf hat, so, you know, it's a good time.
If anyone watching the video of this, you'll be able to see the... Wait.
Yeah. We also brought Christmas crackers.
I did, yeah.
I think...
And Conrad did one before everyone else and didn't wait for anyone because he's a piece of shit.
To be fair, I said he could, and then everyone else was like, wait, no.
So she's also a piece of shit.
Wow.
Isn't it nice coming on this podcast
It's
where we just
great.
mean to you?
Yeah.
You just dug into.
I'm here.
This is my position. It's just been deferred.
No, it hasn't.
Conrad's like, finally, it's not me.
And we're like, no.
Nah. You don't escape that easily.
So, are you guys ready to play?
No.
Oh, well. Right, good night.
Stop the
Good night.
recording.
Done. Okay, so, this sort of obviously is not canonical, because obviously you guys are sort of in the middle of an adventure currently. It happens sort of in the middle of the night. All four of you are sort of woken by a sort of big rap at the door. And one of you opens the door, and there is a letter left outside, which is a sort of a white cream letter with sort of red writing on it. And it says, to Dr. Diggory Gainsborough and guests.
I think it must be Dr. Gainsborough who answers the door. He's in his dressing gown and his slippers.
His PJs.
Excellent.
He's got like Coco. Gang! Hello?
I think Ayun is immediately up and down in his nightie and like silk kimono thing.
Greg is asleep.
Kia
Is a teenager.
wanders down a bit bleary-eyed a couple of minutes later.
I got this letter. It was outside.
Just 1 minute, and I run up the stairs and I go and I pull the covers off. Craig.
What? What's going...
So you couldn't see, but maybe you could hear Henry slap his crotch.
Please don't burst in on me like this.
Dr. Gainsborough's got a letter.
And it couldn't wait till morning?
Well, I mean, we're up now.
Give me a moment.
Through one means or another, you make it down to sort of the common room area, and I guess...
I've got this. Should I read it?
Yeah, but do a different voice when you read it.
All right, I'll do my best.
What's the handwriting like?
It's very flowery. There's like lots of little hearts over the eyes, and there's a real horrible sort of smell of lavender, like perfuming. And you're holding it. Everyone can smell it about 5,
Like
10
pungent
feet.
odour.
Yeah.
I like the fact that everyone was just like, wait, is this from Ayun? Because that's like... exactly.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Well, mystery solved.
Did you forget that you sent us a letter?
Do a voice that it sounds like the kind of person who would write a lavender-scented letter.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Thank you.
And as you open it, actually a voice does come out of it.
Oh,
And it's sort of
That's a fantastic voice, Gainsborough. I love your skills.
as you sort of open it, it's sort of the sort of parchment inside comes out, swishes around, and sort of forms almost like a mouth.
Oh, it's a howler!
Yeah, but a nice one. It sort of says, "Greetings, and oh, Dr. Gainsborough, it has been so long since our last ball. I hope you don't mind it's in this sort of interruption to your night's sleep, but I thought it'd be wonderful for you to join us to our annual ball. Please, up to, I think, 3 guests, and yes."
That's convenient.
Wow.
There are 3 of us. Fuck Jack, sick of him.
Strangely enough, he's been sleeping throughout this whole entire story.
I feel like
He's gone
I feel
home
like all
for
4 of us just forgot to wake him up. Like something happened. Like,
Wait,
get
you
the team
did.
together, let's go, and just left him asleep.
Please get some provisions, because as you know, it is a trial to get into this ball. And when you and your companions are ready, just put your hand on this letter, and you'll be transported straight there.
It's a porky. Sorry.
You stole the Harry Potter
I
reference.
too love Harry Potter.
So Dr. Gainsborough has been to this ball before, I see.
Well, you've heard of it. Maybe you've got an invitation to it. You recognise the handwriting now, and at the bottom, you see a huge signature, really flowery, that says Madame Drosselmeyer.
Oh, right.
So, Gainsborough, what is a ball?
So Greg, essentially, it's a
It's a wonderful party. It's an excuse to get an entirely new outfit. In fact, I may have been prepping a little bit for this.
Greg just looks concerned over at Gainsborough.
Don't worry, Greg. It's a time when people get together and dance and drink and sing and, all those good things. This is a festive holiday one.
What was that? There's a trial to get in?
Yes.
All the best balls have them.
Make a history check, Dr. Gainsborough.
Right. That is not... That's... actually, that's an 11.
11. So you have not been to Madame Drosselmeyer's balls before, but you know that she is a very powerful artificer, and she does what's become sort of a fad, really, is escape room-esque type puzzles. So maybe...
Henry's just lowered his head slowly to the table.
So you think there might be some sort of teamwork involved, or maybe some sort of
Oh,
some
no,
message
not
of the
teamwork.
season.
Our greatest
So that,
weakness.
and normally with balls, you are expected to bring guests as sort of spreading around the sort of goodwill of the season, but also to help you win the tasks.
So Madame Drosselmeyer, the person who leads this ball, who runs it, she's a bit of an eccentric, I suppose. She likes to have puzzles and that's why she invited had multiple
Puzzles.
Yes.
So it's like a trial of wits rather than a trial of strength.
Yes, to get into it. I've never really attended previously. It's always been at bad times. But I spend most of the time, mostly this time of the year, with my family. But she funds loads of projects. She's an artificer, you see. She funds projects about magic items and the study of archaeological findings as well.
This doesn't sound like the kind of challenge that I'll be good at, I'll be honest. But I'm happy to come along.
Well, I would be grateful for the company.
It'll be fun.
Shall we,
Greg just looks concerned again over at Gainsborough.
Yeah.
shall we go get changed, get into... Correct?
Heck yeah!
It does say right at the bottom in small print, formal.
I think I've got something in one of my trunks. I'll dig around. I'll try and find it. Sorry if I take a little while.
So I think we all go run up to the mezzanine and then work our way into the rooms and change into...
And then I think we probably have a fashion montage.
Yeah, I was going to say. So describe your outfits for me. We'll go around and sort of Ayun. What would be your outfit for a ball, or your process for getting an outfit for the ball?
Yeah.
In the middle of the night.
I think it's
A hasty crafting check. Again.
So I think it's like a Princess Diaries, like a big walk-in closet, and it's like shoot, this one, like holding them up against myself and being like no, and just like throwing them on the floor, which they always do.
Throwing them on top of the sleeping jack.
Builds up.
Like when you pile clothes on top of like a cat or something, just...
Ayun has got a sort of a white dress robe. It's got a high Chinese collar, it's heavily embroidered, and it's got like pale blue piping and elaborate designs all the way down. And then he's got thigh-high boots.
Greg.
A very eclectic Ayun mix.
Yeah.
I like it. Greg is probably the last to emerge, and he's wearing, I think, to everyone's shock and maybe horror, just a full tux.
Nice.
He's had lying around somewhere, full black bow tie, like Bond style, and then there's just a big Minotaur head popping out the top, and big furry hands.
Fabulous.
Nice.
Kia.
So, Kia, being a teenager, her idea of formal wear is like prom dress.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Absolutely, that is like, she only has one bit of formal wear because she's never really needed it, but it's absolutely full on like long purple dress with like sparkles up the skirt.
Taffeta.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
And corsage.
And corsage,
Yes.
but flat shoes because she's not good in heels.
Sensible. Dr. Gainsborough, what are you wearing?
It's interesting you went for purple because Dr.
I
Gainsborough...
also wear a ball gown.
They're like, oh no!
What does this have to change?
Interesting you're wearing a prom dress, because I too...
No, Dr. Gainsborough is wearing what seems to be sort of a maroon waistcoat and tie. The waistcoat sort of gold embroidered into it in sort of a leafy kind of design, almost holly. It seems like this is what he would normally wear at this season. He's got a sort of a shirt that's a nice white shirt but puffy at the sides, but you won't see because it's underneath a sort of a jacket with matching trousers in a sort of a dark, sort of dark, so purple so dark it's almost black. To sort of counter the bright purple maroon.
Henry's really struggling to comprehend. He's doing the face of
Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder's face at the goblet ceremony.
So he's okay.
All the math flying around.
Yeah.
This is the real puzzle to get in.
This
Yeah.
is truly it. This is truly
It's
Maroon-
Conrad's fashion sense.
Maroon waistcoat and tie. Fine. Yeah. I thought it'd be better this side of the screen. God damn it.
Got him.
Super. So you all look ravishing. You all look incredible. Yeah.
Will I be needing this? And Greg holds up his sword.
He holds out a gun.
A silent, just a pistol with a silencer attached. Will I need this? No. He holds up his. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Greg looks at the camera, turns around, points the gun. Red falls across the screen. It's Ayun swimming in a pool.
It's just Jack throwing jam at a camera.
Honestly, Greg, I think it's best we take our weapons with us. We don't know what this challenge is going to entail.
So through various means, you have all your equipment on you, and you are dressed very fancily.
We all put our hands on the letter. Jack walks in and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Oh, hey everyone! I'm down. I'm here. He's still getting dressed and
Wait for me.
And Greg just looks at him and touches the last hand on the letter.
And you all sort of get transported. It's a really horrible feeling. I don't know if any of you have been transported before, but your stomach sort of gets to the top of your chest.
Henry's again head to the table.
Through various sort of a couple of seconds go by, and your vision is filled by sort of bright lights, and then you land all on your feet in what looks like a very, very dark room. There's a moment when you're all sort of looking around, maybe you have your weapons ready and stuff, but then slowly but surely there's sort of a light that picks on, and there's sort of almost like floating candles sort of lighting up the sort of stairwell to the top. There is a beautiful fir tree with gorgeous ornaments on it, big stars, and mythical light bobbing up and down.
Magical Christmas tree.
Is there a door at the top of the stairs?
No, it seems open, but that's sort of the only lights that are sort of leading the way. It's almost as if you've come into sort of
A holding area.
Yeah, essentially. It's a bit like if you imagine sort of the upside down. So that sort of darkness just spreading for miles, and maybe underneath you can see sort of your reflections in sort of water as you swim across.
Looks like we've made our way to the first challenge.
I've seen Doctor Who. That fucking Christmas tree cannot be trusted.
Greg, this is a traditional tree that you hang lights from and strange ornaments as decoration.
Why is it covered in will-o-wisps?
Well, this is a particularly fancy one.
I don't trust it, but
You're about 30 feet away from it at this point.
Yeah. We chunk up the stairs. I begin tottering up.
I follow.
Greg is last, doing holding his sword close to his chest, ready to strike, turning around at 180s, looking around, 180 back, up another
Okay,
two
do
steps.
a perception check for me, please.
Fantastic. That is a 5.
No, complete darkness, really, as it sort of comes back. And actually, as you're making your way up the stairs, the candlelight, as you go past it, starts to snuff out. Almost as if, it's not rendering, de-rendering, I guess, behind
shit.
you.
Greg sees him going, goes, make sure he's following in the light.
He starts to pick light away and he's like, I don't feel good.
Can I see anything else aside from this huge tree?
Yeah, make a perception check for me.
That is a 27.
Wow,
Natural
excellent.
20. Yeah.
Natural 20.
Excellent. Oh, fantastic. So this tree it's very gaudy, but behind it you see sort of trying to get past it because it is quite bright and all these sort of lights sort of flashing on and off. You look behind it and there's another tree. This one is sparser. There's not many ornaments on it, but what is striking about it is that it has ribbons going off it into different directions, different coloured ribbons.
There's another tree around the back of this huge one that's kind of blinding us right now.
Two trees? Why would you need two?
This seems overkill somewhat.
I would like to head up to the tree, the second tree, and have a look.
Okay, as you're making your way past the first tree, there's a moment where the branches all shuffle around, and suddenly this sort of face appears in the tree. And it's like, "Greetings, wanderers! Do not be afraid!"
Greg is terrified, holding his sword outstretched towards it and shaking slightly.
I like the flames on the sword starting to...
Oh, don't be silly, don't say, "Welcome to my wondrous mansion!" And this sort of, it echoes, "Mansion, mansion, mansion." Please, state your name and your guest's name, please.
Oh, hello, I'm Dr. Gainsborough. I'm here with my guests. This is Ayun.
Hello.
This is Kia.
Hello.
And that over there is Greg.
What do you want?
Calculating. Yes! Yes, of course I have your names on the list. Oh, jolly good. Fantastic, you could make it here. As you know, Dr. Gainsborough, in order to get to the big sort of winter solace ball at the end, you have to go find your presents first.
Oh, right. Well, so where can we find our presents then?
Why? And the tree...
Why? In the arena, of course!
Why? And so the tree almost does turn around, like a full 360, and sort of one long branch points out to the other tree, like, "Why? It is on there! There are ribbons with your names on it. One goes to each room, and your gifts shall be in there. But beware, there is trials and tribulations that you must go to."
I knew that second tree had something to do with trials and puzzles.
I have to be honest, this is not actually that unusual for me. This is kind of how Christmas usually goes. But the trials tend to start long before this.
I have a lot of questions about your Christmases when we get back.
Yes.
It's more like a whole year of trials, ended by one day where you could finally rest.
But what are you waiting for? There are gifts to be gotten!
Yes, sorry, right.
It says, like, pointing a gun at us.
There's just several branches with little baubles, sort of like...
Is it like leaning over us
Oh
at
yeah,
this point?
it's quite a terrifying creature. Like big bushy eyebrows, and the eyes, they're not even eyes, they're just like bits of, imagine if like hands sort of like this. Like that, sort of looking in,
Oh.
the hands on face.
She's doing the sort of...
Goggles.
Upside down glasses, goggles
Yeah.
thingy.
Should we start with Greg's present? Would that help?
That sounds like a grand idea.
Maybe, but I might just zone out after I've got mine.
That's fair enough.
Might be best to end on that.
Let's start with Kia's.
Good plan.
Youngest first.
As you get closer to the tree, you notice there are 4 ribbons on it, all going off in different directions. One is a silver ribbon with a pattern of books and wands. One is a red ribbon with a pattern of stars and moons. One is a yellow ribbon with a pattern of a crown and an axe. And one is a green ribbon with a pattern of a snake and a hat.
Ah, the 4 Hogwarts houses.
Snake and hat, it seems like that must be you.
Starting there then?
Yeah, let's start there.
Onwards.
It's going off into the darkness, essentially. So you'd have to hold on to the ribbon as you were sort of making your way.
Oh, is it like a really, really long ribbon that just
Yeah, so it's like,
disappears?
if you imagine like a signpost, it sort of goes off in different directions. And there are other
Yes.
ribbons as well. These are the 4 that stand out to you. So I'm guessing you all go together.
Yeah.
I think that because it's Kia's ribbon, your hand goes on it. And then it's like a daisy chain of the rest of us.
Oh, fatherly instincts just come over Gainsborough, and instantly he's got hand on shoulder of Kia as soon as she's onto the ribbon, like, I'm not letting go of the child.
And
the
I'm
child suddenly
holding Dr.
disappears.
Gainsborough's hand.
And Greg is holding on to the ribbon.
Yeah.
Hello, Ayun.
As Kia's hand touches the green ribbon, there's almost a soft glow as it starts to light off and goes off into the darkness. And as you start making your way, there is almost like a light bubble around you. And you're going down almost like a huge passageway. Like there's pictures of this sort of what you would recognise as Madame Drosselmeyer in various states of sort of fancy dress, a huge half-orc woman with various sort of flasks and alchemical materials. In the next picture she's wearing a beautiful ball gown, and then in the next picture after that she's wearing some sort of tuxedo. You get she's a bit of a character. Just putting that in there.
Is she just one of those people that academics put up with because they have money and they fund projects?
1,000%. Yeah,
right,
like,
yeah.
She's one of those people you remember being very smart and goes to these conferences and stuff, but also at the same time is just very exhausting, very intense, almost aggressively friending, as it were. Maybe about 5 or so minutes go by, and then you get to a door. And this door is it's a wooden door, quite a big double door, and the ribbon sort of ends on the doorknob, and on the outside of it there is a bowl on a pedestal with a number of stones. There are 4 stones in it, and there's a little placard and it says, "Please take one."
Well, I suppose we should take one then.
Kia just grabs one.
Okay, it's quite cool to the touch, but it sort of fits in the palm of your hand.
Greg shrugs and picks one up.
I pocket one.
Cool.
I think, Gainsborough goes last and takes one.
As all of you take one, the door is an audible click.
Okay, Kia.
Right, yes, I'll lead the way.
Present time.
So, you open the door.
Yeah.
There's sort of a loud creak as the door opens, and you all file inside. This room is quite a big room. It's about 60 feet across, and what you notice is that you come out onto sort of a big sort of balcony, and about 15 feet across there's a gap, and then there's a balcony on the other side where you can see there's almost like another pedestal with what looks like a wrapped present on it. There is a small spruce tree potted next to the door you've come in. Friends, welcome and salutations again! One of the most important messages that Madame Drosselmeyer wishes to impart this holiday season is the importance of friendship and teamwork in the times of need. True friends must be able to work towards a common goal with minimal squabbling. Work with your friends to cross to the far side of the room, where one of your gifts will be waiting for you. Each of you will be randomly assigned a performance countermeasure. This will hopefully allow you to showcase and test your friendships to the extreme to overcome obstacles. And please note, magic has been deactivated in this room.
Thank you, Bruce Springsteen.
The tree goes silent. Suddenly, for you, Dr. Gainsborough, there is no sound. You cannot hear anything.
What happened to... Hello?
Kia, suddenly that stone you're carrying turns into a kitten. And you're like, ah! But you know, at any point you drop that kitten, you will be on fire.
This is how Kia feels all the time.
So why would I want to drop the kitten?
You can no longer talk. Your mouth sort of seals up. No longer can speak. And
Hello, Greg?
I hate this.
And finally, Ioun was 5. Your left hand turns to stone and falls limp at your side. So, the tools that can be found in sort of that are around this balcony are the following. You have 100 feet of silk cord, a 10-foot pole, 50 hammers, a bed sheet, 6 6-foot planks of wood, 4 50-gallon barrels, 100 18-inch planks of wood, 12 iron spikes, and a silver mirror.
What's stopping us from just walking over and getting the present?
There's a
big
15-foot gap.
And that's the bit I missed.
And as you look down, you probably go and have a quick look. It's a 20-foot drop, and there are a lot of bones at the bottom of this pit.
Greg, do you want to write down what you're trying to say?
Is Greg literate?
Greg shrugs. I think we're about to find out.
Okay, gang. I know we can't... Oh, wait. Can you hear me?
Yes.
They're all nodding.
They all just nod.
Yeah.
Wonderful!
Greg is cross-legged with a quill and paper, trying to draw something. I think realizing he's not super literate. Just doing a drawing would be best. So that's what Greg's doing while you're doing this. Sorry.
So I am thinking it's possible for us to make a bridge, but we have to get the other half over. So if we can at least put 2 stakes on this side to anchor with.
So my plan was to try and throw the rope round and then round the pedestal, and then we've got two sides.
Yeah, my plan was tie a couple of those 50 hammers to the end of the rope to throw it across.
Okay.
Greg holds up his picture and points at it. And would someone else like to try and interpret?
Yeah, I was going to suggest that. I'm like, leaving that to you lot.
Here, Greg, let me have a look.
You shift the kitten to the other hand where it goes meow, and then you're sort of having a look.
We go down. No.
What would you like to describe the picture?
Yeah, we'll probably have to post this later because I'm not sure I can describe it properly.
It's a very artistic nude of Conrad.
So you can see the bit in the middle that's the cavern. You can see the present on a pedestal the other side, and an arrow going from the pedestal to the gap.
Good.
And then a couple of people with what looks like, I guess, the rope dangling down.
Greg holds up to his hands kinda.
I think Dr. Gainsborough comes over and is like, a lasso! I thought the exact same thing!
Greg points.
Good thinking, Greg. Good thinking.
Greg taps his temple and then winks and points at Gainsborough.
God, Henry's just aggressively pointing, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I think Dr. Gainsborough is now starting to tie up rope into a lasso, but in a way where there's 2 strands coming out of it on this side.
Okay,
Cool, easy enough.
Who's the best at throwing things?
that's probably me.
Greg puts his hand up.
Here you go, Greg.
Oh god.
You know what to do.
Hiff it.
Greg looks over his picture, looks confused for a second, then yeah. Heads over to it and swings it round and throws the lasso, holding on to obviously the end, as you do with the lasso, to try and hook the
pedestal.
The pedestal, yeah.
Okay.
23.
23. Easy enough. It sort of soars over almost majestically, and it goes around the pedestal. And you pull it tight.
Does the pedestal move at all? Or is...
No.
I take the rope and I tie it off around the balcony.
Yep. So you've got like almost like a tightrope between the balconies now.
Cool. Can I take the other half of the rope, tie it around my waist, and give the end to Greg?
Yeah.
That holds.
And then I would like to try and like monkey climb across the gap.
Or like that.
Yeah, so hands on the rope and then cross my legs over the top and then shuggle around just on the rope.
I start throwing hammers. No, I don't.
Just trying to dodge it out of the way.
It's Christmas and we are getting hammered.
Let's make this exciting.
Yeah.
It's hammer time.
I say that. I'll need you to make an acrobatics check, Greg. I need you to pull like a strength check. So you've got to make sure it's tight enough.
Actually, why don't you use the 10-foot pole as a balancing pole and tightrope walk it?
Oh, very nice. Yeah, fuck that.
You did that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's still be acrobatic. It's still the same thing. You need to keep the rope tight. Oh no, you tied it off, didn't you?
So the rope is tied off. He's got an extra half.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Well, yeah. Just to hold on. Yeah.
If
Ayun falls.
Okay. Well, we'll do an acrobatics check, and if she falls.
Yeah.
So
Makes
Ayun
sense.
picks up the pole by one finger,
Of course.
flips it up, catches it, and then goes,
Remember, one of your arms is made of stone.
"Oh yeah, great, cool."
No, that's good. Hold it in your other hand to balance the weight out.
Yeah.
Like
So, I put my stone hand over my head to kind of try and keep the balance.
Yeah.
sort
It's
of
almost like.
in the center.
Yeah.
And then I use the other hand with the stick.
Yeah, you other folks see this, almost this hand, like it looks gross the way it's all over the top. Yeah, so acrobatics check.
Natural one.
Oh!
Hey!
You maybe take 1 step, 2 steps, and you fall. Greg, make a strength check for me as you sort of try and catch Ayun. 18. Yeah, plenty. So you sort of bash yourself on the side, take 1 point of damage as you sort of bash into the side, but you don't fall into these sort of piles of bones. And as you sort of look down, there is a moment where you think, there's something else down here.
Nice try, Ayun!
Less.
Sorry?
Kyo,
Never
you're still
mind.
struggling with this sort of kitten. It's sort of like mewing quite profusely now. It's trying to get up onto your shoulder.
I mean, I'd quite like to calm this kitten down, honestly.
Okay. Do an animal handling check.
23.
And he starts sort of purring and sort of curls up into like a ball. It's quite small, this kitten. Like it's not the size of the pebble, but it's like sort of your hand size. So one hand is definitely going to be kept up with this cat. But you've managed to soothe it for now.
Can't we go down, across, and back up? Can't we just let this rope hang down?
There are a lot of bones down there, and I think I did see something sort of wiggling around.
Greg
Really?
nods and points.
Can Kia go and have a look to see if...
Yeah, make a
see what's
perception
down
check. Yeah. No, don't see anything else down there.
there? Are you sure?
Look, I don't know about you, but usually when I see piles of skeletons, I don't think, what a nice place for a coffee.
Maybe they fell. I don't know.
They fell. 20 feet's not enough to skeletonize you. Even you know that, Kia.
Down there looks cosy. Nice place for a coffee.
Backhand Dr. Gainsborough.
With your stone arms.
What was that for?
Okay, so we've got barrels as well.
Yeah, you've got 4 50-gallon barrels. Do you want to open them?
Yes.
So the 4 of them, one's made of honey, and one has honey, one has vinegar, one has beer, and one has flour.
Greg's gonna grab the vinegar one and just chuck it in the pit.
Okay. Are you going to keep the barrel, or are you just chucking in what the contents are?
Oh no, as in opening the barrel and just lobbing it into the pit.
Okay. You now have 3 barrels. One full of honey, one full of beer, and one full of flour.
Greg looks back at Ayun's obviously surprised face and just shrugs.
I think Dr. Gainsborough's just going to try the beer. Is it good beer?
It's very good beer.
Is it yeasty?
Very yeasty.
Cool. Can I put the beer and the flour together with the honey and in the pit and shake it up and make a bread for us to walk over?
I mean, you can make the dough. It might not rise like quickly. It's not very warm in here. I will say that.
I mean, I could drop the cat and be on fire.
It's a real team
Everyone's
playing.
like, what?
You don't get your...
Bake the bread with my burning body.
Do you want to
Bury
pour
me
the stuff
with this-
into the pit?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, you pour the stuff into the pit. It looks very gloopy down there.
Hooray!
Is there anything like in the gloop that we can see that obviously is much harder to
Bones.
hide? Yeah, any bones and any other
Creatures.
things that definitely aren't in there.
Alright, make a perception check.
How we've covered them in
Yeah, because now it's covered in like
dough.
honey and doughy mixture.
Mhm,
Like, it might
yep.
be easier to spot, but probably not by me, because that is a 6.
Okay.
I think Dr. Gainsborough is also
Yeah, everyone's looking, having a look at what's going on here. Yeah, that's fine.
And that's a natural 20.
That's what 20?
Natural 20
Anyone else?
plus 2.
Nope. Dr. Gainsborough, as you sort of look, you sort of see at the bottom. It's weird. There's sort of the swirls of like the beer and the sort of the vinegar and stuff like that. Beer is ruined, by the way. You see something sort of shift, and you think for a second almost that the stuff at the bottom of the pit is an illusion. I'll give you that.
I think that's magic down there.
I was about to reply, and Greg just rolls his eyes.
Would you like to tell us what Greg was thinking?
I thought magic was turned off in this room.
True that.
Our magic is.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Greg thought.
Yeah, good call.
If only Greg had said it out loud to be corrected.
Mm-hmm.
True.
But here we are.
But here we are.
There's, I think, it's not my school, but I reckon maybe illusion?
Can I ice the pit?
With Ray
Ray
Frost.
Frost.
It's turned off.
You sort of take a moment, extend your hand, and frost comes out and freezes the pit.
Yeah, I take a rope, I walk down, and then I walk up the other side.
Easy enough. You all see this. Ayun said, and as you get across Ayun, you hear the spruce start talking. Goes, well done! As ingenious to think of actually using magic when we told you magic's been turned off. We hadn't.
I get the present and I'm like,
You open it. It's a very slim box, and as you open it, and it is a pendant, and it's a beautiful sort of almost ruby pendant in the shape of a heart, and it is a pendant of wound closure. Whenever you wear this pendant, you stabilize when you are dying at the start of your turn. And in addition, when you roll a hit point to regain hit die to regain hit points, double the number of hit points used restores. This one does not require attunement, so you can wear it already.
Cool. Well, I'm going to put it straight on.
Your hearing restores, your speech is restored, and your arm comes back. And the cat fades away into distance. And so the doors to the hall open, and you sort of head back outside, maybe follow Kia's rhythm back to the tree.
Great thinking, Ayun. Who'd have thought you'd be the one to just blatantly break things?
I think what we've discovered is that the rules are made to be broken.
Moon and stars, let's go!
As you're making your way along, this time it's a different sort of corridor, and the same sort of thing happens as Ayun touches the sort of red ribbon, the light goes along the ribbon, you see it going down the corridor. As you go past more portraits of Madame Drosselmeyer, you come across another very small spruce tree, and he goes, Hey, do you want some inspiration?
No, thank you. I'm all right. We're just heading here to find our.
Yeah, I know, but I can give you some. You just gotta answer some questions.
Can we answer as a group?
Sure.
Ayun, my parents.
But only one of you gets inspiration, though.
Ayun, my parents told me never to take inspiration from strangers.
my parents told me never take inspiration from trees.
Okay. So, traditionally, after kissing someone under the mistletoe, what should you then remove?
Their clothes.
The mistletoe.
Their coat?
Oh, come on, it's really easy.
We should remove this potted plant from our path.
Wait, what?
You heard me.
No, that's not it.
Your own dignity?
No.
Oh, right.
Oh, a hat.
Why would you be wearing a hat when you kiss someone?
Well,
Idiots.
mistletoe.
God,
Your gloves.
What? So you can't kiss anyone if you're wearing a hat?
it's rude.
It's
Kia-
impossible.
Kiara's only kissed people wearing a hat.
You're not gonna get it. It's fine.
Can you at least tell us the answer?
Sure. It's the berries. You remove the berries for good luck.
Do you eat the berries?
No, they're poisonous, you idiot.
Oh.
Then why do
You remove them.
I've eaten a lot of mistletoe berries.
They're not poisonous for minotaurs, you see.
No, I think they are.
I'm not feeling very well.
Should go get that checked out, and then the spruce quiets down.
Well, that was terribly odd. I don't really know how I feel about that.
I don't think I know enough about general Christmas knowledge to answer these questions very well.
I'm just imagining a whole forest of these things. Must be terrifying.
Gross.
I'm still here!
Greg just shrugs.
So you make your way, and you notice, all of you notice this actually, as you're making your way along sort of the ribbon, it gets a lot warmer, almost sort of humid. Ayun, probably leading you, comes to a great glass door. On it says conservatory.
Do you love a good conservatory?
We going to find our way outside, or is it going to be more of this weird, inky place?
No, I think it'll probably be interior plants if I had to guess. I'd like to put a hand on the door and just push.
And as you open it, there is almost a beautiful scene that you see. A variety of plants and flowers and shrubbery, but as it's sort of a scene which you take it on, all these different colours. But then as you sort of make your way in, you can see that they're in various states of decay. You maybe brush aside a branch or two and enter a large clearing with a pool at the centre. The pool looks like it has once contained water, but is now filled with an oily black liquid, which is covered in sort of violent, sort of mossy type stuff on top.
Less nice.
I was like, oh, I'm going to be drowned by Greg again.
Here you go!
At the edge of the pool is a big oak tree, and out of the trunk, almost sort of submerged, is the top half of a woman made from golden and yellow leaves. Her bark-like skin a dark brown.
Hello? We're here for a present.
Doesn't respond.
I'd like to go up and just put a hand on her shoulder.
So she sort of looks and she goes, please. And she says this in Sylvan, actually. She says, please, I'm dying. I need your help.
Of course. What can I do for you?
She gestures to a pool, and as you sort of go and look at it, you see a small island in the centre. There is a statue of a beautiful fat woman with flowing long hair, wearing sort of a gauzy robe that sort of stands in the middle. 3 ornate jars arranged at the bottom of feet. The spring. It's poisoned. I didn't realise until my tree drank from it, and it's too late now, as you can see. And as you look around, the whole of this space, all the plants are dying and wilting. There are sort of dead leaves on the floor. The sort of earth is sort of a horrible brown, and there's a sort of smell in the air, almost like of mulch. Just, you have to... There's a way. Ilana, she showed the way to purify water, but I can't do it from here. I'm too weak.
Tell me what to do. I want to help.
Greg turns to the other two, Gainsborough and Kia, and just,
I don't know what they're saying, but the land is telling me something's wrong. I think this well is poisoning all the plants.
It's a beautiful language, though. I really need to get round to learning a bit of Sylvan.
Yeah, it's almost like tinkling of bells.
That can wait. For now,
Oh, yes.
we have to save these plants.
Craig, action man runs, sort of.
But nowhere in particular, because he has no idea what
takes
to
like 3 or 4
do.
steps, then turns around and goes,
Okay, so the statue's is on like a little island surrounded by this pool. The pool is about maybe 10 feet sort of across, so you'd have to go into the pool unless you want to leap into the
I
island.
unlace my boots
Okay,
and I...
that takes you 10 minutes. No.
Can I just quickly cast Identify on the...
Oh, you're no fun.
Greg's gonna go dip his hand in the water slightly and just see if it's weird. It's weird water, obviously you can see that, but he's gonna feel it.
As you put your hand into the water, so the greeny grey moss that's on top of it, violent green moss around it, sort of sucks to your hand. Violet.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, it is about to get violent.
It is about to get violent. So it sort of gets touched to your hand, and you take 3 points of necrotic damage as it starts to bite into the skin.
Owie, owie, owie. Oh, that does not feel good.
I lace up my boots. So, can I do it worked one time, let's do it again. And Ray of Frost the water.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see if I can create myself little stepping stones to get to the middle.
Yeah, easy enough. You start to do it, and as you do, you think it won't last very long. Like, you'll be able to get across, but not everyone will be able to get across because the moss starts to eat away at it.
I would like to read the instructions.
You read the instructions. Okay.
Aloud.
Is it just Ayun that crossed the lake, or is it?
So far, I mean, you can all cross it if in the same manner if you wish.
It just means I'll stand and do it from here. I'm not very good with this sort of arcane thing. Would you mind popping across? And I make things. I'm like, oh, but you'll have to be quick.
Yep.
Okay, keep those up as much as you can.
Yeah, like pew 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 pew.
Cool. So
Just for the hell of it, do an acrobatics check. I want to see.
Sorry.
If she rolls a 1 hit, she dies.
yeah, not natural 20.
Nice. So you just across the thing, almost like hot coals, but ice cold.
Glad I wore flat shoes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the ball gown. It's just like dipping in the water slightly, and it's like the moss trying to.
No.
It's being rehemmed.
Okay, so Ayun and Kia are across just now. On the island there is a statue, and she holds in her hands sort of 3 stone tablets, and on the tablets is written the following: "My sacred spring is a gift unto you, my faithful Drosselmeyer. Should evil ever profane it, I give unto you the methods to restore it. Recall the fable of the 8 archdruids. Once upon a time, 8 mighty druids resided in the forest within 3 trees. 5 were women, 3 were men, and together they made 8. In the end, all 8 found love in pairs. 4 druids settled in one house, and 4 settled within another, and the 3rd was left empty and was reclaimed by the forest. At my feet rest 3 blessed vessels. Fill them with the profaned water in the manner of the 8 druids, and speak my name with hope in your heart."
So this is a pouring puzzle, and we need to have 4 in jars 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing in the third one.
So they're of different sizes, I take it. The 3 is small, the 5 is bigger, and the 8 is biggest.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I take fill up the 8 with the profane water.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to use your dice to show how much water's in each one? That's the other thing.
Sure.
D8?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like D8, and then if you're transferring water to the other, you can put it down. I appreciate this might not be good for podcasting, but we'll see.
No,
D8
no.
on each.
That's cool. That's
So
cool.
You
there's
can just go from there and...
Are the jars then currently empty, starting
Yes.
at
Currently, they are empty, and you can see both Ioun and Kia can see that they are made of simple clay, but the marks on them, again with your detect magic stuff, are the ones that have the magic in them.
So you fill jar number 8, the biggest jar,
Yeah.
with gross
Profane
water,
water.
profane
Yeah.
water.
As you are you doing that, Ioun? As you do that, can you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Spaghetti-o. 14?
14. You just manage to fill it up before the moss sort of tries to attach your hands, and you get away from it.
Now let's hope that I'm as clever as I think I am. So pour into the 5, which means there's 3 left over. So the way that it works is it's what's left over that you have to add together.
Approximately 10 hours later.
I think I've worked it out, everyone. Stand aside. Okay, so we fill up jug 8, pour that into 3, so if there's 6 in here, tip the 3 away, do it again, tip the 3 away, we've left 2 in jar 8. We'll put that in 5, do that again, 4 and 5. So 8 minus 3 minus 3. Yes? Mm-hmm. Now I've got 4 servings of water in jar 5. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, put that 5 into 8. Leave that in the 8. We've now got 4 sitting in 8, yeah? Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Now, we get 5, fill it up, pour it into 3, tip it out. Now we have a 2 and 5 and a 4 and 8. Pour the 2 into the 3, 4 into the 5. 8 is empty, 3 has 2, 5 has 4. Now, fill up 8 again, pour 1 into 3 to fill it up, tip that out, leaving us with 7 servings. Then again into 3, tipping it out, leaving us with 4. 4 and 8, and 4 and 5. And 3's empty.
Nice!
Wonderful.
What was the magic word, are you?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Hooray!
The name is not on the tablets. It's what the Dryad said to you.
So actually, none of us know it anyway, because
Can
you're
I
the only one who...
can I do an Arcana check on the statue?
Arcana or
now,
religion,
Matt?
yeah.
26.
Yeah, this is
Eleanor?
this is a good statue of Elona.
And this is a statue of Elona.
And as you say, Elona, the water in the
Magic word!
in the vase clears into beautiful clear water. And actually, as you sort of say it, and the word sort of spreads around the conservatory, the water around you also turns into clear water.
Oh.
I think we might have done it. Greg
Group-
goes over to the water and puts his hand in the... Does it bite him again?
No.
The water's safe! We did it, strange Dryad lady!
Well done, Greg. Top marks.
I look at the
Thank you, Professor.
bride lady. We take over
Take over the 8.
Yeah, the 8 jug.
the 8 jug and we feed her the
Do you
4
just like... do you like slosh her with it, or do you like give her a few?
I feed it to her in a sort of intimate, almost erotic kind of fashion.
Super.
How big is the jug?
What, are you doing the 8? God, it's pretty large.
Yeah, you're like trying to do it into it.
Greg's holding it, and Ian gets like a sponge and just like lies in her Dryad arms and hands her down. Yeah.
As the water touches her lips, there's sort of...
And with a kiss.
As the water touches her lips, her skin seems to be a bit fuller and sort of gets hydrated, and her eyes open, these beautiful sort of emerald coloured eyes, and she looks at you and she says, "Oh, thank you," and then she sort of goes back into the tree, There's a few seconds, and out comes almost like 2 hands with a small gift wrapped in a bow.
I'm just like, very strange. Thank you very much.
Oh, what's inside? What's inside?
I'm getting to it. And I'm doing that thing where people preserve the wrapping paper.
Of course. Takes forever. And as you sort of unwrap it, you open it, it is a huge shield. It is an animated shield.
Oh no.
Whilst holding the shield, you can speak its command word as a bonus action to cause it to animate. The shield leaps into the air and hovers in your space to protect you as if you were wielding it, leaving your hands free.
Nice.
The shield remains animated for 1 minute until you use a bonus action to end the effect, or you are incapacitated or die. At which point the shield falls to the ground, or into your hand if you have a free one.
Very cool.
Nice.
Does it come with the command word?
You can choose the command word.
Uh-oh.
Hi, welcome to your animated shield. Please choose a command word.
Hi. And as you guys sort of make your way out of the conservatory, you can see now the trees and the sort of plants of it are starting to regain their sort of beautiful sort of foliage and stuff. And as you sort of shut the door, there's almost the sound of sort of bird singing as you leave.
That's good, but it was quite challenging, and Greg scratches his head. Hopefully there's nothing like that again. Because I don't think I have it in me to solve another difficult puzzle.
I think you've solved all of the puzzles so far.
I've often done a riddle in the Sphinx's cave thingy, which was given, and I just went, oh yeah, and did it, and done.
Greg and Kia were just
done
sitting there stuck on the first sentence.
Yeah, we were like, milk! There's milk! And we went, oh,
I did say milk twice. It went back in the recording. You are absolutely right.
So you make your way back against to the Christmas tree, and you now have a yellow ribbon with the pattern of crowns and axes, and the silver ribbon with a pattern of books and wands.
I think maybe it's your turn.
You've been doing great with these puzzles. I don't know what you were worried about.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you. I do appreciate it. There's nothing really.
And then Greg just taps it to activate the light, and then...
Oh, which one?
Off we go.
Oh, I was just going to say, whilst they're going down the corridor, I think Dr. Gainsborough just goes up to Greg and says, you know, Greg, I have some colleagues who work in the mathematics department. I'm sure they'd be...
We'd like to offer you a scholarship.
Sure they'd be interested in extending an invitation to take some classes, maybe.
What is a mathematics?
So you know what you did with the... Never mind.
He's like,
If I say no, would you believe me?
Yes?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Right, fair. Well, good, lucky guess.
we see like flashbacks to a different universe where Greg is there and he's like dressed like Dr. Gainsborough with glasses in front of the thing.
It's a different group of 3 adventurers, and Greg's like, hello, I'm an archaeologist looking at our cave. I need some help with a caravan of mine.
Thank you for listening to Power Word Roll. If you enjoy the show, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Otherwise, a positive review is the best way to help us out. The best place for those is on iTunes. All our social media at linktree/powerwordroll. That's linktr.ee/powerwordroll. But for now, from Annie, Naomi, Henry and myself, thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Fucking gaudy, right? We can't swear, right, in this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking gaudy.
Don't you fucking dare swear on my fucking podcast.
You can only swear in French.
Oh,
No, you can't.
No,
that's
swear.
okay, that's
You actually can't swear in French, but you can swear in English.
well, that's true.
You're like, that is
That is a fair statement.
Factually correct.